Hello, Team Fittest. How are you today? I'm Megan, and we're going to be working on our abs today, doing things that dancers do to keep that waist nice and narrow. And it's all about the core and the posture. Starting, we're sitting up, pulling in the lower abs by about 10%. We'll be holding the abs there. Lifting the pelvic floor muscles away from the floor. We'll be holding those muscles up and in the whole time. Here we go. The right knee, the right toes are up to the ceiling, and we're tilting from the waist. Keep the chest open, keep the elbows up high and open. Pulling in the belly button the whole time. That's 5, 6, 7, number 8, we hold. Keep holding it here. We'll be doing 30 minutes of abs, dancer's core work. And up, and then holding it, a slight tilt that way, holding and holding here. And up. Now we're bringing the right foot in near the left foot is pointed a little bit behind that ankle, and you've got a lovely beach pose here. You're posing on the beach. Check your posture. Weight into the palm of the left hand. Hips coming up. We're breathing in. Breathing out as we reach the hips up. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the core. Come on down. 4 more like that. Breathing out to lift. In as you lower. Start expressing your arm wherever you'd like to. And you're following your hand with your eyes. Great work. That's 2. Hold this last one up. Hold, hold, hold. Expressing up. Expressing over. And up. Squeeze and lift that little bit more. Then we come on down into our beach pose here. Then we're sitting up. Strength at the top of the leg and the core. You're taking that leg to the side and to the front. Hands could be on the mat if you prefer. Squeeze the quads, squeeze the knee. You've got it. Last one. Here we are. The leg is in front. The other knee is coming up. That right foot is in front. Knees and toes up to the ceiling. Little pulses here. Pull that core in. You're pulling your core in so much and sitting up so much that your thigh, your left thigh, is beautifully glued to your ribcage. Last set. There we go. We're bending the knees and we'll come over to the other side. Beach pose here. You've got one foot, your back foot there. Right foot tucked underneath. Find your posture, find your pose. Check all your seat belts before we go up for 5. We're breathing in. Breathing out to raise the hips up and reach. In as we come down. You've got it. 4 more like that. Breathing out. Breathing in. See where you would like to express your arm. You can look at your hand as you go. And you can look down your shoulder as you go. Last 2. The next one we'll hold. We're up, 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 lifting and holding. Extra squeeze. And then we'll come on down the way we came. Seatbelts on, fingertips on the mat, or floating. You're bringing that leg in front and then out to the side. Keeping the body nice and still and upright. You can do it. This last one, we're bringing the leg in front. The other knee comes up into our position. Knee and toes are up to the ceiling. We're pulsing that leg up towards the ceiling. Not allowing ourselves to lean back at all. The leg is working away, the abs are working away. The upper body is flowing happily along. The more challenging it is, the more we can smile a little bit so nobody knows. Last set. And we're lowering that leg on down. We're bending the knees. We're coming up and into your tabletop position here. Back leg out, opposite arm reaching, holding here. Checking all of our seat belts and holding. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Back extension, we're breathing in, breathing out, reaching the toes, the leg and the arm a little bit higher. Come on down, other side. Leg goes out and up, opposite arm reaches, and we hold. Quite happily holding here, looks easy, except you're pulling in the lower abs. You're lifting up the pelvic floor, and you're checking, am I pointing my toes? Am I reaching my fingertips? Is my face relaxed? While all the seatbelts are on. Here we go, our little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Keep on holding. You've got it. Extension. Extend that leg a little bit higher. Heart starting to lift up. And then we're down. Now we're sitting on our feet, sitting on our heels. Fingertips could be on the mat or in front. We're sitting on a picnic blanket. We're sitting down and we're thinking, oh, I'll happily sit down on the blanket. And then we're thinking, oh no, I'd rather come all the way up so I can go get another Prosecco. We're sitting down on the other side. And then we're coming all the way up. Start working through the strength in the hip joints and the abs. If you'd rather put your fingertips on the mat as you go, that's absolutely fine. After a little while, you'll get into it and it'll feel really great through the hips and the lower back because it's also a nice stretch there. This next one, we're going to stay seated for a moment, come up and stretch. Abs in, reaching over. And then we're coming all the way up. Other side, we're sitting down for our stretch, holding it here. Abs in, shoulders away from the ears, reaching and holding. And then we're coming all the way up so that we can sit down on the right cheek. Bring the left leg out, right foot in. Here we are, we're pointing the toes away and up. Check all your checks, shoulders down. Abs are in, even right now. I am moving my foot and my ankle to warm up the back of the leg there. But mostly I'm pulling in the abs, lifting the pelvic floor muscles away from the mat. Here we go, we're going over for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, the last one we hold is a stretch. Stretching, but tightening all the seatbelts wherever they are. Checking, chest is open, elbows are high and open. Then we come on up and we go the other way. Holding it here, not letting that left leg pop up or the hip pop up off the mat. You're using strength in your core there. Great stuff. We're coming up. We're bringing the knees together and up. Use your hands if you need to. Come around side saddle. Little rock back and up. Start checking. Arms are long. Spine is long. Fingertips are reaching long. Last 3, 2, and then we've got someone throwing roses at us on stage. So we need to reach back, pick up a rose, bring it up. Other side, reach back to find your rose, bring it up. Lovely long-stemmed roses, picking them up and bringing them to a nice big bouquet here. Or anything else that you would like people to be throwing to you on stage. Maybe it's little chocolate truffles. This next one, we're holding out and we're raising that front leg up. Holding here, reaching longer wherever you are. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come on down. Other side, we're reaching back, lifting up the opposite leg. Squeeze the quad, squeeze the kneecap. Abs in and hold. Point that toe, make everything look nice, and we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And then come on up the way we came. Now we're meeting on our forearms. One forearm down, other forearm down. If you need to, you can always be on your back instead. We're bringing one knee to the nose, foot down. Knee to nose, foot down. Start checking seatbelts, making sure you're not sinking into your shoulders. Either keep walking along one leg at a time or go into both legs. Knees to the nose and down. Could let the toes touch the mat, or you could start lengthening. Knees to nose, legs slide out. Knees to nose, legs slide out. You're absolutely gluing those legs together. Pointing the toes as much as they will point. If you're not really a toe pointer, if you'd rather not point your toes, then always push with your heels instead. You'll get that extra stretch of the hamstrings. And that's a little more modern dance effect there. A little more contemporary. Really pushing. Push there. Or if you like the point, go for it. That always tones those calves nicely. Here we go. Last two. Last one, we're going to hold the legs there. Squeeze them together. Ultimate squeeze, lower on down. Reach the arms and pose. While you're posing here, you're going to cross the wrists in front and open. Wrists in front, open. So keep pulling in those abs. Smiling. Upper body looks relaxed, while the lower body is squeezing, lifting, tightening. Like crazy. You've got it. Last 4. 3. If in doubt, squeeze that little bit more. 2. And 1 extra reach before we come on down. One knee in, other leg long on the mat. Let's start swapping. Long leg could float. Here we are. Single leg stretch dynamic. If you need to, keep the head, neck, and shoulders down as you go. That's fine for any injuries. Anyone new to exercise. Otherwise, you're up and at it. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come on in for a hug like a ball. Your little ball here. Hands are coming under the hips. Legs are reaching up. If they need to bend a little, fine, but ultimately we'd love straight legs. Squeeze the kneecaps. Squeeze the quads. Slight turn out at the hips. And we're going to circle around a cereal bowl. 3, 4, 5. Stop at the top, other way with your circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here if you prefer, or let's meet on our forearms and keep on going. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. We've got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Either stay here, go down, or come on up. And keep on going. You can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on to the forearms or any other preferred position. We're working our way down now. That's 3, 2, 1. Other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. We're meeting on the mats. Hands can be under the hips. Here we go. 5, 4. Emphasis is on squeezing in the lower abs, gluing the legs together. Stop at the top. Other way. For 5. You've got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wasn't that fun? Let's flex the feet. Hold the back of one thigh. The other leg comes near the floor and then back up. Swapping along here. You could hold the back of your thigh or the back of your calf. You've got your horizontal scissors here. One leg is horizontal. And then we swap. If you'd like to, push through the heels to really stretch the hamstrings or point the toes to turn the calves. If you prefer, come on up, floating the head, neck, and shoulders as you go. Again, to get those dancer's legs, you're squeezing the kneecaps and the quads. You're lengthening the legs. We want long, strong, straight legs as we go. Meanwhile, lifting up the pelvic floor muscles like crazy. Last 2. And 1. Come on in with both legs, down with the head, neck, and shoulders, and have another hug here, your ball hug. Take the face a little bit east and a little bit west if you're getting any tension in the face or neck. From here, we're going into vertical scissors. Both legs are up. Slightly turned out from the hips, heels are touching, long legs. Hands could be under the hips if you like. Here we go. Any injuries, stay right here. Head, neck, and shoulders down, hands under the hips. As your legs go, front, back, little tiny front backs, Always thinking about tight seat belts, tight kneecaps, and long legs. Working the inner thighs and the lower abs. If you prefer, you could make a hammock with your hands and let your head rest in the hammock. Keeping the chest open, the elbows are open, and I really am putting the weight of my head into the hammock, not pulling on the head at all. Or if you prefer, have it floating, the arms long above the mat, and then we're just happily looking through our thighs there as they work, and they get really nice and warm. Smile when the lower abs are feeling this warmth. Who doesn't love vertical scissors? This is the type of exercise you might find people doing in ballet school for what may appear to be hours on end. You just have to keep on going. No matter what happens, keep on going. You can do it. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hug one knee in, other knee in. You did it. Open out the knees. Hold the ankles. Circle the feet. Feet and ankles circling. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the toes together and let the knees and hips circle. We're having a little massage here before we go on to a bit more core work. I know we want more because it's so fun and it feels good. The next core work, we're going to bring the legs up and we're going to be opening the legs to a letter V and then bring them together. Hands could be under your hips, opening to a letter V and bring together. The more you turn out from the hip, the more you'll be turning your legs into those dancer style legs. You could always float the head, neck, and shoulders if you prefer. You could always bring them in when the legs are open, bring them to the sides when the legs are together. I'm going to shift around, but you keep on going, just like this. I'm going to shift so you can see what I'm doing. So we're all in position here. Legs together, legs apart. Work the inner thighs, work the lower abs. Have fun with it. There you go. If you need to have your head, neck, and shoulders on the floor, go for it. How about toes pushing away on the way in? So we point, we flex as the heels come in. We point and flex. You can do it. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold number 1 up. Bring the feet higher and higher. Point the toes. Come in for your hug. Great hug. Holding it here. Arms are coming out wide. Your knees are coming up near your shoulder. You're coming up and over near your shoulder. Then up and over to the other shoulder. Keep going on like that. You can see my shoulder popped up a little bit. My goal is to keep the shoulders down while the abs do the work. Carry on just like that. I'm going to wiggle around. You're doing really well. Hope you're feeling these. Hope they're not too easy. You're coming up and over, up and over. Fabulous little stretch there. Great for the lower back as well. Keep the knees glued together as much as you can. Feet and knees glued together. That's the fun part. Up and over. Keep on going and we'll hold this as a stretch. So just see where the knees will go. If they're floating in the air, support them. Use your elbow as an anchor and support your thigh, or let the knees come all the way over. Opening out now, arms are like the letter T, palms up to the ceiling, relaxing. Could look away at the opposite arm or the ceiling. Have a stretch there. We'll go back to the other side now. Knees are coming in. In as they're up, in as they're down. Hold it as the stretch. If you need to use the other hand to support the knees, go for it. Otherwise, knees and feet over, finding your stretch. Looking at the ceiling or looking down that long arm. Really nice stretch there. Then we're coming in and up, breathing in, breathing out, knees come in and up. 1 foot down, other leg long. You're going to use that knee to come on over, all the way over onto our fronts. Arms and legs out like the letter X, wider than your mat. Not too wide though, not the letter T, letter X. Belly button away from the mat, here we go. Breathing in, breathing out to raise the legs. In as we lower. How about breathing in, breathing out to raise the arms. In as we lower. Start working through these at your own pace. Injuries, your head could be on your hands, just doing the legs. Squeeze the glutes, raise the legs. That's for injuries. Otherwise, you're continuing legs, then arms and upper body. Breathing out to lift, and then breathing out to lift. Then decide if you'd like to do all 4 limbs. You're breathing out to lift the legs and arms, in as you lower. And then start working on your length. Length rather than height. Lengthen through the arms and the legs. Really squeezing the glutes, that will help. Bringing the shoulders up, back and down, that will help. Work yourself into your lovely swan lift, wherever it is. This next one will hold wherever we are. Keep holding. Then the legs and arms come together. Then they open back to the letter X. Keep on going. You're a long line, then you're the letter X. Keep on going at your own pace. Letter X, and then close. Letter X, and close. You've got it. That's 3, 2. Last one, we're going to hold. We're a long line on the mat, floating above the mat. Bring those shoulders up and back towards each other. Bring the arms up and long as stripes along your body. Legs are glued together. Hold, hold, hold. Then long legs are going to tap together. Little taps here. Inner thigh work. Keep pulling in the belly button away from the mat. You can do it. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And then we're lowering the legs down, hands under the shoulders, pushing ourselves up and then back. Hips towards the heels. Forearms down. Have a little stretch and a wiggle here for the lower back. Lengthen the arms. Forehead down, child's pose. Relaxing here. Wiggle the hips a little side to side. If that helps, then it should feel nice. We're about to turn this into a moving one for the core. So we're coming up onto our forearms, hips up. One leg out, other leg out. Squeeze the glutes, lower on down. Bringing the shoulders away from the ears. Find that line from the crown of your head down to your heels. Hold it there. Seatbelts on and then add. Movement. The heels are coming forward and back. Great for the spine. Great for the core. You've got your moving plank here. 5, 4, 3, 2, One and hold it there. Keep holding. One knee down, other knee down. Quick stretch, child's pose. Breathing in, breathing out. We're all the way up. Toes on the mat, knees apart. We're going to raise the knees up and hold it here. Seatbelts on. Here we go. Holding for 8. Knees down. We're going to push back. Curl up like a cat. Pushing the heels back. Curl up. One more like that. Pushing the heels back. Curling up. And then we're ready to take one leg out, other leg out and find your high plank. Again, check shoulders. Check that you're squeezing the glutes. Check that you're pulling in the core. Lifting the pelvic floor muscles. Once you've checked everything, you're taking the heels forward and back. Keep pulling in everything. Great for spine health. Shoulder girdle, great for all parts of our bodies. These planks in general, moving planks are fun. They feel good. You've got it. Last 3, 2. Last one there. One knee down, other knee down. Toes on the mat, and now we're sitting back. You're sitting back, coming up if you need to. Your goal is to stretch out the balls of your feet. Stretch the toes out. Stretch the bottom of your feet, and we're also working into the ankles here. When you're ready, see how far you can sit back. Maybe here, using weight on your hands to support. Maybe here, maybe all the way up so that the full weight of your head and your body are on your heels, stretching out the bottom of your foot and the toes. Shoulders are working their way forward, up, back and down. If it's too much, keep forward with your hands on the mat. Flexible feet and ankles will help with every sport, every activity. All kinds of lifting work, lunges, and balance especially. So we do want to do these foot and ankle stretches. Coming forward, hands onto the mat, untuck the feet, and then tap it out there. Tap out the fronts of your feet, your shins, little massage there. And we're sitting down on one hip. The legs are stacked on top of each other. We're coming up and over for our mermaid stretch here. Really keep up, lengthening. Then left fingertips on the mat. Strength in the obliques. Help us to lift that arm and then lower. We're going for 4 more. You can always turn so that your chin and your nose are here and you're watching your arm. Last one, we hold, extra stretch. Really open up the ribs. And then we're up and over. I'm going to wiggle so I've got space here. And we're coming on down. Both arms are long. Forearms and then long arms, forehead to the mat. Stretching out the hips, the back, the waist. And we'll come on back up, all the way up into your mermaid. And we'll change to the other side. Strong abs, strong hips. Knees are glued together. We're walking over to the middle. Over to the other side for your mermaid here. Knees on top of each other. Right hand on the right ankle. We're coming up and over. And check our posture. Wiggle into it, see what will feel good. Relax the hand, lengthen the arm. Really reaching and stretching there. Bringing the bottom rib away from that hip bone. Coming on up, fanning out the ribs there, stretching. All right, fingertips are coming up and then down. There's 2. Last one here. we're up and over for our side stretch here. And we're going to continue, so that we're doing the hips and the lower back. So we're coming on down onto our forearms. You could be right there. That could be a nice stretch. If you'd like a little more, lengthen the arms, bring the forehead down to the floor. Breathing in, breathing out, and we'll come up the way we came, all the way up and over, feeling great in the waist. And up, knees are going to come together to the middle, feet are glued together, bottoms of the feet touching. Find feet or ankles, elbows gently pressing the thighs open, shoulders down. Finding our rib cage, and we're circling it over top of our hips. Little circles here. Other way. And then just see how it feels. You're getting rid of tension in the body. And your obliques, we'll go the other way again, will help you to really move the ribs. Wiggle the shoulders as well. Other way. There we go. For that way. Then we've got one leg out. Back to where we started here. Breathing in. Fingertips down. Come on forward. Abs are in. Walk yourself forward. Let the elbows either stay long or bend. Have your stretch. Come on up. We'll swap legs. Other one out and over. Check knees and toes up to the ceiling. Here we go. Fingertips down, walking forward. Stop wherever you need to. You could be here. This is a fantastic stretch for the hips and the waist, or you could keep on going, bending the elbows. And then we're up, all the way up. Then ankles are crossed. We're in the tailor position. Shoulders down, and we'll find the rib cage here. Nice big circles around the thighs. Let the shoulders and elbows relax. Other way. Belly button's in, but we're letting those abs ripple around, doing the work there. Spine is nice and relaxed and flowing. And then we're up, all the way up. Pushing the walls away here. Checking, yep. Pelvic floor muscles still lifting away from the mat. Belly button still in. Coming in for your hug and open. Hug and open. I hope you feel like you've worked your core. Maybe picked up a few tips to help you whenever you're working the core, especially those endurance muscles that are really deep inside the core that we want to build up so that we're constantly lifting the pelvic floor muscles without ever even thinking. Pulling the lower abs in, you'll have great posture. Those things will help, especially when it gets to the point where you think about it. You don't even think about it, you just do it without thinking about it. Well done, you. Great work. Have a little stretch side to side. Thank you very much for joining me on Fittest, and I hope you feel fantastic. Well done.